Hello everyone, this is Golden of the Inspira Travels here. So, I don't even know where to start. Anyway, I've decided to make this video because it's becoming too rampant for people that should not get visa denials to get visa denial. It's becoming way too rampant. And honestly, I believe there's a saying that says when people, I don't know how to put it, but it's like when people are silent about bad things happening, they cannot claim to be ignorant of that bad thing or that they are innocent of being counted among those people that are bad. And so one thing that being in this business have exposed me to is consistent being questioned. But the question I always answer is, I don't get angry about that, because this industry have become filled with scammers that is hard for legitimate consultants and travel agents and immigration agents and education consultant to actually thrive. We stay in our niche and try to focus, but then you ask yourself, being silent, does it not cause more problem, right? Since I have been thinking, how do I share this? How do I let people know this? A lot of people, when they come to me and I'm consulting with them, you hear them trying to, oh, but this person did this like this and it worked for them, or this person is offering this, or this person is not offering this. And I'm always like, okay, so what are you trying to prove? When you say this person is offering, then go to them. Why I'm making this video today is to bring to our knowledge that you cannot deceive visa officers. You cannot deceive visa officers. Don't think you can deceive them. Most people get visa rejection or denial because they did not in any way do the right thing. I do a lot of consultation this period, and most people that come to me have had twice, 3 times visa denial. And I've seen a pattern. When I say give me your rejection letter, I've seen one pattern, and I'm going to talk about those patterns today. So I wrote them down, and it's usually about their funding. And this video has to do mainly with Canada applications, right? I have been doing applications for Canada since 2016, right? I've been in this business when they were doing Shakara, when they were approving visa, when it was all right for them. And I always ask people, for me to do this video, I had to go and do makeup. I mean, my basic makeup. If I want to do a more professional video whereby I'm going for a television station, I will probably hire a makeup artist. When I did my professional shot, I hired a makeup artist. I went to a professional photographer to take my shots, right? When people want to create content, they go out of their way to give a good presentation, to be presentable. So I wonder why when you want to do something as serious as your application, which has more importance in your life, that could change the trajectory of your life, you don't bother to do the right thing. You do not bother to get a consultant. You don't bother to pay for a consultant to do it, and it's not right in any way. So I'm going to just focus on bank statements that a lot of people present. Now, this is a pattern most people do. They send a bank statement that the initial balance shows a low sum. For Canada application, you often need 6-month statement accounts to submit the application, right? Then what you see in that pattern is that some people submit first 3-4 months. To those first 3-4 months would have low balance, and then you may see low balance will increase to a large closing balance. So you see an account that has 100,000, maybe 60,000 deposit for the past, and then all of a sudden you're seeing 2 million, 3.5 million, 10 million lodgements in that same account within a short period of time. So, and this is what they call multiple sums deposited over a short period. I've had clients that want to do this. They say, let me do it. Like I said, no. When I start application with someone, we work from day one to build an account. I understand that some people don't like putting their money in savings account. I'm also like that. I don't like putting my money in Nigeria savings account because it's not a really savings account. Every single thing that comes into that account, gets taken out. So you just wonder, is it a savings account or is it a money sucking account? So I get it. But when you are doing a visa application, you really, something like a Canada visa application, for instance, you have to actually consciously build up this account. Yes, you have to consciously do it. I've had a situation where I guided a client and we did the right thing. And I emphasize, do not take out this money. Do not, for any reason, take out this money. And guess what this client did? They took out the money, thinking, the visa's been there. We didn't hear from them for the last 2 months. So this is the 3rd month. Let us go and take the money. This client did not inform me. So they sent us a message saying, send bank statements. And what did this client do? Send me the statement. I said, did you touch the money? He said, yes, we pulled the money. It's been there for so long. I said, you shouldn't have touched the money. And so he said, let me go and gather money and pay back, and so it will make it up. I said, if you do that, it's going to affect. That's what they did. Paid in lump sum, and in 3 days after submitting that, visa denial. You work so hard for a client, and then the client messes up the whole application. It's really not a joke, really. And so people think that, we can play the system. You can't. It's not something you should tell yourself you can actually do. You can't play the system. And so don't do multiple sums deposit over a short period of time if you're doing Canada application. Another thing, so many people, and I understand a lot of agents promise. I'm going to do a video on how to know who is a legit agent, because I always get people say, we thought this person was a legitimate agent. How? Did you do your background check? There are parameters to check. There are things to check. In my next video, I'm going to talk about fraudulent, how to know if this person is a real consultant or this person is a fraudulent consultant, right? You have limited evidence pertaining to the source of these funds. And so it's not just enough to lump money. I mean, for some country application, that may work. But for Canada application, it does not work that you will have limited evidence pertaining to the source of these funds. I've had clients like myself that don't like saving money in Nigeria account. What I do is we prove where this money is coming from. If you did investment, if you invested in, let's say, PiggyVest, or invested in some other, let's say, crypto, or you invested in stock markets, or even in a cash-based business. Let's say you're into cash business, you have beer parlor. Of course, people don't do transfers in beer parlor, for instance. Or the person that is funding you have like a purely cash based business. What we need to do is to prove that there's a legitimate business, going on. Where is this fund coming from? Now, what you don't know is that when you do these 4 things I've mentioned, that means, let me state them again. Number 1, when you have initial balance showing low sum. Number 2, when you have low sum which increased to become large closing balance. When you have multiple sums deposited over multiple large sums deposited over a short period, close to the application period. When you have limited evidence pertaining to the source of this fund. What you're trying to tell the visa officer is, I want you to see this, I want you to assume this. Especially in Canada application, you're not defending yourself, right? It's what you show them that they will make deduction from. So you're saying, oh, I am trying to tell you that the bank account, I inflated this bank account for the visa purpose, in order to do what? To meet the financial establishment and to show that sustainability of my school fees is there. I want to show you. That's why I'm showing you this. I am showing you so you see that the fund, I only have this account for visa. I went to inflate the figures. Yeah, that's what you're showing them. You think you're being smart. That thing you want to show them, they are seeing it. You have, okay, so what's the next one? They will find out funds are for what? Demonstration purpose. That's what you're trying to show them. You're trying to show them, I'm using this thing to demonstrate. I'm only using it for demonstration purpose. This account is just for demonstration purpose. Only. It does not reflect that my legitimate financial resources. I'm hiding my legitimate financial. So you see, that's why there are 2 things you should always make sure. After you have that bank account, show them that you have a legitimate financial resource, that finances is legitimate. It's for the purpose of what it is. It's not to show. It's not for show. It's not for visa alone. It's what it is meant for. That means it is for my school fees. Let it prove that money is sustainable. It's not just for show. I know why I'm repeating myself. No documentation showing the source of these funds. Another thing is that you not documenting the source of these funds. You not stating. Some people will be like, my business is. There's always a way to show things. Let me give you an instance. I will use beer parlor as another example. I don't know why I'm using beer parlor. Yeah, because I think that's one of the businesses people drink, pay cash, and that business have high turnover. And you also use cash to do what? To buy more drinks. You use cash to, most people, you use cash to, buy meat in the market. You use cash to probably pay your staff that are working for you. Some people will work part-time job for you. You don't have like a lot of documentation, but you have the beer parlor, abi? You snap the picture of that beer parlor. That beer parlor, shebi you have address. You snap. Do you pay rent for that beer parlor? You provide the rent receipt. How long have you known have that business? You provide it. You understand? If you are doing any transaction, let's say you're buying drinks in carton, you're going, where are the receipts of that drink that you're buying, in cartons? And we don't say meat, but I think suppliers of baby meat, you cannot go and buy pepper now, or buy oil for nkwobi, for instance, and then you will say, oh, give me receipt. No. But at least you can snap picture of how busy your beer parlor can be, or the beer parlor, that is the sustaining this thing can be. And I'm using this example because some people like this will be like, I do business. This money is from my business. I'm paying this lump sum. So you need to prove these things, and these are the things. Pictures. snap pictures, proof evidence of where this place is, that you're paying rent, how long you've been paying rent. You know, if you have social media, use social media too. Publicize it on TikTok, on Instagram. You know, build an account. These things are something you build over time, you prepare over time. You know, it's not something you just rush. You understand? As much as possible, have evidence of what the sort of business, and then write in your letter of explanation, which is very important. You need to write every single thing. Now, it also like, okay, what are you investing your money in, right? Because if you say your beer parlor turnover every month is 6 million, you cannot just tell me you're spending the whole 6 million again, right? What are you investing? Do you have land? Did you invest your money in, maybe say oil business? Maybe you have palm oil, or you have somebody that invested in, or maybe invested even in the warehouse where you're buying the drink. There should be a proof of investment, right? Or you're even doing this contribution money. Let's say you're even doing contribution money. Maybe there's proof you are doing contribution money. They used to have all these things. I see it now. They give you a booklet. Yes. These are proofs that, okay, oh, you used to do contribution, oh, okay, oh, this is how it used to happen, oh. You get what I'm saying? So there's no business you cannot prove. All of it's just a bit of thinking and this is why you hire a consultant like myself to help you to think. In case the thinking is hard, we stay and brainstorm and we think of, okay, how do we present this person? And then you write a clear this thing. They cannot go to your brain and find out this thing, which is why you have to write it in your statement explanation, your letter of explanation. Some people think that letter of explanation is to go online and copy something. No, it has to be about yourself. You know, if the land where the beer parlor is your land, then get a document for that land, notarize it, right? You have to do these things, present pictures, right? If you have like a Google page, where they search beer parlor near me, with reviews, post it, share the link. It's very important that you share documentation showing the source of your fund. So this is something I want to share. Don't mess up your application. Don't mess up your application. See, you're not a consultant. I get it. If you want to do the work yourself, understand that it's going to take you time and money, but don't be reckless with the application. It really breaks my heart when people are reckless with the application, when people don't pay attention to details, in the application. I don't rush application, even as a consultant that's been in this business for years. One thing I always tell my clients, you have to be calm and patient and let me take my time. And even at that, I've had clients that would go out of their own and say, submit this application, and always say, put it in writing. And the only refusals I've got are always those ones that say, don't worry, let me do lump sum, I want to do it my own way, so and so person. Customer is always right, Abi, no problem, but you have to put it in writing. So when the consequences come, you bear it. Some people will say, oh, you can do this, you can do that. See, there's a process to everything. And I always advise people, do the right thing. Doing the right thing never hurt anyone in the long run. Yeah, in the short run, it may be like, oh, I'm doing the right thing and it hurts me. But to be honest with you, doing the right thing in the long run never hurts anyone. What hurts someone is doing the wrong thing. So, please, I beg you, if you are doing your Canada application, please, if you don't want to pay or you want to do it yourself, and I always tell people, don't say another thing. Yes, I totally forgot to write it. One thing I found common is some people pay agent. I say, oh, I paid my agent. He said he will get me all the documents. Foul. Don't do that. Another thing is when you ask people, what statement of account did they submit for you? Oh, I don't know. My agent did everything for me. See, you should be part of your application. I don't know how to say this. I always tell people, be part. I now have had some clients that just submit the application and just say, madam, do everything we are paying. I'm like, no, I don't work like that. This is your application. You should be part of it. You should be part of it. Don't leave your destiny in the hand of another person. How do I say this? Do not leave your destiny. Why would you leave something as delicate as something that your name, your passport is going into, something that your family passport is going into, and then you leave it to someone? You don't even know what the statement they're submitting for you is. My brother, my sister, please, I'm begging you people, don't be reckless with your visa applications, with any application whatsoever. I've had a client that requested a refund because I refused to double a CV for them. I'm like, I can't do that. It's not something I will do for you. Give me and I'll give you a template. I can give you a template for this, a template for that, but I cannot decide, oh, this is what your CV should be. And I know some agents do it. I know some people, but if you are going to study, for instance, if you are going abroad for any reason, immigration, you should not be lazy. And mental laziness is when you leave things like your statement of purpose, things like your letter of explanation, things like, it's write a draft and your agent will fine-tune it, will now write the more appropriate, but at least give the person something to work with. You can't just work with nothing. You can't expect someone to forge a persona for you, right? You cannot. And the same thing happens with US application. They put something else for you because you don't want to get involved in your application, and then you go there and they're asking you questions. They're like, is this the same person in this application that is here with us? No, you need to be part of your applications, right? This is my advice. And please share this video to someone you know may need this video, or someone you know does not need it now but needs to see this sort of video, right? The Inspira Travels, once again, is my company. We are on Instagram, and I think that statement I made in the first instance where I said people that keep silent. I get my one of my clients, I think it's not just one, but oftentimes they say you don't push your market enough, you don't sell yourself enough, you don't publicize your testimonials. We are now in a time where people push testimonials. Every visa you post it, every positive thing you post it. You should be posting. And one thing I always tell myself, I should though. It's not like I should not. Yeah. But these things are also people's document. I feel somehow really like posting every day. Except clients say, okay, madam, post this one, I used it. And why will I know that this is, but I am making this video and I'm telling you, my testimonials, my credentials are there for me, and I'm a professional. I'm certified education consultant. My business is affiliated with British Council. We are agents, to register IELTS for you for free. So just like our page, please, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please encourage this businesswoman that is not pushing her business very well. Catch ya guys. See you in my next video where I will be talking about another very important thing that bothers me. Thank you.